best time to freeze.
I love it, right? Straight away, the internet just goes bang. It's one of the things I absolutely love, right, is the fact that when we go live, anything can happen.
Yeah.
But the reality is that's life. Yeah, it's life. Anything could happen at any time, and things pop up, and then we've got to deal with them. And I think that's one of the things that in my journey with what we're doing, the business of Smiles for Life, all the things that I've been a part of, turning up and just having a crack, no matter what happens, is possibly the most important thing you can do. Just keep
100%.
turning up. Yeah.
So you can't script this, no, Scotty.
Sorry?
You can't script this. What an intro. Boom.
100%. Right? And it is what it is, right? So I just love
planned it.
Yeah, 100. If you know me in tech, you know that I do not plan anything like that. But just, I'm going to try and keep things tight tonight. I'm going to try unwinds because I've got an important meeting after this. Jacob McElevey. That's 2 times in a row I've got it right.
McElevey, but yeah.
McElevey. I'll get there. Right?
Yeah.
I've been stumped on it now, but anyway. McElevey. All right. You know what? I actually practiced it half a dozen times before I got on tonight. Anyway. So, firstly, mate, I really want to thank you and embrace you for taking this opportunity to spend time to get to know each other. I've got a big dream. You've got a big dream. And it's something that I'm really looking forward to bringing our magic together, hopefully, to create this awesome opportunities, So, I love this. Well, straight up, this is what I love about being live, getting people to get involved in the conversation. Yeah. Hopefully, we will catch up soon. So, I'm going to start by asking you, how did you feel after last week's conversation?
Like I said, just before we came on, took me a while to fall asleep because I just was in this really high vibe. Like I was just feeling like I said, that at the end, that connection, I just felt that connection here. And I was just feeling so good. So good. Yeah. And that's not just saying it again. Like I physically was just laying there going, wow. Like, yeah, just especially after hearing your story, man, like that was inspirational. And so many people have those stories. Doesn't matter how deep the story is or what, it's a story and it's your life and it's your journey. And to take the lessons from that and take all of that and bring it to here and learn everything that's happened from there to make you the person you are now. Like that's why we do what we do, man. Like it's powerful. Absolutely powerful.
That's absolutely the magic, right? Because you are not your story, right? You are who you want to become.
Yeah.
You either own your story or it owns you. And it took me the best part of 38, 40 years to figure that out, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's the magic. You're never too old. You're never too old to take control of you and just put your hand up and say, this is me, unashamedly me. I've made mistakes. I'm human. I'm here to have a crack. Yep. So, but tonight, as I'm taking the focus away from me, I'm throwing it back over because I think this is super important. Because one of the things that this is an interview. Like we are literally, Jacob and I don't speak during the week. No, we are keeping it really clean and doing this live for everybody just to get an understanding of each other. Because one of the things that I think is really important, and one of the things I think I do really well, is just the rawness and just I'm prepared to be wrong. I'm prepared to make mistakes because that's life, right? The more mistakes I make, the closer I get to making something right. So with that in mind,
Yeah.
I want to share a little bit because we had the Smiles for Life dinner last week,
Yeah,
and it was
yeah. I saw that.
just well, it was epic, right? We had to do a little change of venue quickly because Cam wasn't able to work the kitchen, so we had a quick change of venue and we went out for dinner, which was awesome. It was actually
Nice.
good to go out and walk the streets. And as we were walking the streets of Frankston, we're only walking from the kitchen down to the Nepean Highway, which was maybe 200 or 300 meters, maybe 400 meters, probably 400 meters.
Yep.
While we were walking, everybody was seeing all these men walking. What's going on here?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But on the way back, it was brilliant because we had the PSO officers at the train station, and they're like, "What are you guys doing?" Like, just stunned to see so many men together. Hey,
Yeah,
Beryl.
yeah,
So
yeah.
there we go. Yeah. It was stunned to see so many men together walking sober in the street
Mhm.
talking. Like it's just the smile on his face of just having men present in the community. It was just
Yeah.
for a guy who has to deal with all sorts of issues at a train station
Mm.
to see that smile and that confidence. Like it was beautiful.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to share tonight is a couple of things. But I want to actually go through things with Jacob live, the questions I ask at the dinner, right? For a 2-hour dinner and conversation, I only asked 3 questions, and here they are. Jacob,
Mm.
what's made you smile today?
Ooh. So instantly, um, today I'm doing casual teaching in school, and so this one of the girls comes in to the class, and I've obviously taught her before. It's a big school, and she goes, "Oh, I remember you, sir." I was like, "Oh, okay." And I always say, "Yeah, I remember you too." Sometimes. um, and she goes, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. You taught us in that PDH lesson." I was like, "Oh, yeah, I've taught a few of them, but yeah, yeah, yeah." And she said, "Yeah, yeah, no, it was cool because you actually taught us about life and shit." And I was like, "Oh, okay, awesome." I said, "Stoked. I hope you got something from it." She goes, "Yeah, it was awesome." And I was like, "Cool." Cannot remember exactly what it was, but I just said, "Yeah, stoked I could make you smile and help you out." So yeah, that definitely put a smile on my face, knowing that something so random actually helped someone wherever they were on their journey. So
So what was her energy like? What was she bringing to the table?
she had a lot of energy coming in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and she was coming in obviously to a different lesson because I'm just casual teaching. So basically, what I get given, I walk into. So yeah, well, I think it was a history lesson or geography. They were the 2 things I was doing today. But obviously, coming in and expecting whatever teacher was meant to be in there, and then coming in and then bang, triggering that and going, "Wow, hey, I remember you." So yeah, it was just so cool, just to have that impact on someone's life, just a random impact, and like they say, a random act of kindness, just to make someone's day. So yeah.
And that is awesome. Like, because I'm picturing you, I'm watching you, and I'm watching the energy when you're surprised and so happy, and that's clearly what gift she gave to you. That must have felt
100%.
amazing.
It did. It got me here, and it made
Yeah.
what I call an oof moment, where
Explain
you
that.
feel it here, and it's like,
What's an oof moment?
oof. That's when you feel it here. That's
Yeah.
that, yeah, heart center. I call it heart
Yeah.
center. And someone says something to you, and it's like, oof, yeah, I feel that. I feel that. Thank you. And I thanked her because not only did I help her, but she helped me
Yeah.
because I'm in that mindset of like, right, okay, I've got to try and get this lesson that's been sent to me, and then bang, just wow, how good's that?
Yeah. Oh,
So,
it is. It starts the day off well, and gets the mojo going up.
yeah.
I was a student with substitute teachers, and probably wasn't the student you'd really want in your class if you was a substitute teacher. But
Yeah.
to have a connection and to create that energy, I mean, it just starts off the lesson well. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and it's just so good. Like, I'm paid to be that substitute, but I'm also helping the kids out just through random little things that I say.
Why is helping the kids out important? Like as a substitute teacher, why is connecting with them important?
Because there's two words that I hear a lot
Yeah.
while I'm there.
Mhm.
School sucks. I hear that
Mm.
so much all through the day. And I look at the kids and it's like, right, I know why it sucks, because you're not placing a value on it. Like, the stuff that you're doing isn't exactly what you value. So they've obviously got all these different pathways. And I say to the kids, yeah, school is awesome, but it's not for everyone. Like, there's obviously other avenues that you can go down and that sort of thing. And there was a guy that came in halfway through one of the lessons saying that there's this guy coming in to speak about apprenticeships and other avenues that you can go down. So, yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
And that's what made you smile today.
100%. Yeah. Yeah. Like, wow. So good.
So, well, let's look a little bit deeper. What's made you smile in the last week?
Okay, on the weekend, I got a message from someone that I'd been talking to. And again, another oof moment where I was like, wow, I didn't expect that. Like, that just came 100% out of the blue. I just got a message from someone, and I'll read it because I like to read the exact words so that you can get the exact feeling and emotion behind it. And the words are, thank you so much for your help, and I am so glad that you went down the path of helping others. You are doing a great job. And I was like, I'm getting covered in goosebumps now. I was like, wow. Oof. And it was just so random. Yeah. And again, made me smile because I felt that connection of being someone, being there for someone at the right time. Is there a right time? Is there a wrong time? I was there, and I obviously helped. And just to have that feeling come back, it's like, oh, wow, so grateful. Yeah, so grateful that I've learnt what I've learnt to be able to share with you. And I think that's the biggest thing. We struggle with a lot of emotions and things like that purely because we just don't have the right tools. And that's exactly what was happening with me. I just didn't have the right tools to understand what was going on. So,
what do you mean by that? What do you mean by didn't have the right tools to understand what was going on? Because that's a fair shift. Like I remember early days when I got my first message from someone that just said, actually, there's a guy, I hope we'll watch this later. He actually, I was a part of a Raise a Pen campaign, which was a suicide awareness group. And it was just a fantastic opportunity where we really connected with people. It was just phenomenal. Had Zoom meetings where we had big conversations. And this beautiful guy, Luke, really hit my heart, and vice versa. And he gave me a book with some beautiful commentary, and it let me know how much I meant to him. And
oh, wow.
That energy exchange was one of the most. Oh, just look. Oh, actually, just in case he's watching. just in case he's watching. I still have it, mate. I still have it. Yeah, crystal. It stays with me.
Nice. Yeah.
That's very important to me. It's a gift from his heart, right? But that impact, like that is a real oof moment. You know, when you take the journey from a teacher or construction, and you start supporting people in a capacity of life.
Yeah.
No longer doing your tools of trade. You're actually supporting them with life moments. I tell you, it hits you, doesn't it? Like it really does.
100%. Yeah. And it's that real raises that vibration in you, and you're just like, wow, I just feels really good.
Yeah.
Really
Like
good.
it's interesting because look, you and I have done the training with Ben for coaching, right? Ben Harvey, Authentic Education. Highly recommend you get around it. Like it's
100%.
just good for life, right?
No
Learn more
shame,
about you.
no shame.
No, it's brilliant. I mean, and that's how we've connected now, which I'm super excited about, and we'll talk about later.
Yeah, 100%.
Right. So I've gotten off track a little bit, but it's not. Nothing's off track. It's all perfect, right? But that's a big moment. So my next question for you: what's made you smile this month?
This month. Yeah, so my daughter coming out with a soccer ball and saying, "Can you kick the ball with me, Dad?" And in the past, I've been very, "Oh, yeah, I'll do it soon. I just got to get this done." But it was said, and I was like, "I know why you're asking this, because you're wanting connection. And the connection is through kicking the soccer ball." So I was just like, big smile on my face. Yeah, I'll go out and kick the ball with you. 100%. And then just out there kicking, and then randomly tried to do this one because she was practicing catching. She's like, "Oh, yeah, I want to practice my catching." Anyway, obviously, dad moment, flicked it up a bit too hard. Bang. And you know that moment where you watch, oh, this is showing my age now, the funniest home videos.
Yeah.
And it's that whole unexpected arms out and the whole body's just, the whole inertia and everything. And I was just like, and I could see the look on her face, and she was about to cry, and I just went, "Ah!" and just started laughing. And then she just changed and started laughing as well. And it's just that whole unexpected, like, I don't know what to do. I'm going to cry. No, I'm going to laugh. And it was awesome. It was a beautiful moment. It was a beautiful moment. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. And I really want to embrace the fact that you chose connection. Like father and son, Cats in the Cradle, the song for me means so much to me. There's a lot of life lessons in that when I want to be connected. What was the point in time that you realized connection with your kids was super important?
Whoa, if I was going to put a time on it, I'd say roughly, I'd say probably a year ago. And and this is what I say to other people. This is what I say to my wife. We haven't done a course on parenting. Every day we're learning. And this is one thing that I always do, and I did it again tonight, just before they went to bed. Sorry. I'm sorry that I reacted the way I did, and I'm only human. But I guess just to have that moment to apologize, and it's not just sorry. I look at them and I say, "Look," and you wait until you have that moment. I'm sorry for because we're trying to teach the girls. Sorry is a word. But as soon as you break that down and you say sorry for, because we're just trying to teach them that basic level,
Mhm.
like sorry is just a word. You can say sorry. But when you break that down and you say, I am sorry for da 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 da, that's when you actually put the meaning into it. Um, that's what I feel anyway. Like I said,
No,
I haven't
context
done
is
a course.
extremely important.
Yeah. Haven't done a course on it. Every day we're learning. Um, and so yeah, it's actually a beautiful thing to again have that connection and talk about, hey, I did this wrong. I'm learning. So yeah.
Sorry, I'm smiling a lot right now because that's one of the basic fundamentals of everything I do. That I know I'm going to make mistakes, right? And it's about opening them up to learn more.
Mm.
Like the two most powerful words in the English language are no and thank you.
Yeah.
Right. And both of them, just on their own, don't have great value. If you say no, it's a full stop.
Yeah.
If you say no, that's not right for me because I don't feel comfortable doing that because this was my experience before.
Yeah.
And that then allows the other person to go, oh, thank you for sharing that. What if we tried this?
Yeah.
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 So it's about creating context of situation. Thank you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
being here, Jacob. You
Yeah.
being here right now is actually allowing me the opportunity to learn you, which is gifting
Mm.
that to our community, which I really hope is going to create something magical in Smiles for Life for Newcastle,
Yeah.
a place
100%.
for men to go and have safe conversation and food.
Mm.
Or I could
Mm.
just say thank you for being here. When we give context to what
Yeah.
actually is happening, that's why
Yeah.
they become so powerful. So
Yeah. 100%. 100%.
yeah, and both of them can be a full stop used in a short context. So like,
Yeah.
so
Sorry, I
I'm
was
gonna,
laughing when you were explaining. I was laughing when you were explaining that because it triggered my youngest, my 3-year-old.
yeah.
She's just picked up this thing where, not sure where she heard it, but she says it all the time now. She goes, "When somebody says no, you need to listen." And I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Ah,
So yeah,
I like that, but I'd get curious on that. I'd be like, that's a pretty strong opinion.
yeah,
Can you
yeah,
share with me why that's important?
yeah.
You know, like, and it's fascinating. I think one of the things that I use thank you for is if somebody's being completely unreasonable. And if I can't get any point of view across, I'll
Yeah,
sit there and I'll listen. I'll wait till they're finished. Thank you for sharing that.
yeah,
Right? And
yeah,
I'll either move on to the next thing if I don't want to engage in it, right? Or then I'll try and give my opinion. And if I
yeah,
get shut down again, I'll wait for them to finish. And I'll
yeah,
go, thank you for sharing that. And
yeah,
then I'll go again. And I'm happy to sit there up to 15, 20 times until I actually get the opportunity to be heard. But I continually say thank you for sharing that.
mm.
And it's because what that does is it puts a buffer and gives me a break in the conversation and also won't let me take on their energy. So, but
100%. Not only that, but it's an unload, and I saw
yeah,
that just last week, watching someone just. I could just see the words and everything just coming out, and then after I just started doing this, and then it was like, and then got it out.
mm.
So it's just that release of all of this is here. I've got to get this out. Yeah,
It's fascinating that because right now I've only asked 3 questions and look at the conversation that we've had, right?
yeah,
Because
yeah,
because we've taken it into the curiosity side of it. And this is actually what Smiles for Life is about. It's about
Mm.
asking powerful questions that lead us into curiosity. So when I'm sitting at the table and I've got men in front of me, I ask these questions, but then I become curious about their answers. And while
Yeah.
I'm listening, Jacob and I actually had a conversation after off air last week, and I talked to him about the importance of letting people finish everything they have to say before you speak, because people often stop and then they'll have more to say because they have to think for a second. So it's about learning when and how to go into that, and that
Yeah.
is the key.
Yeah.
That that's my belly. So, but anyway, so that's something that's really important, because when we're as a host of the dinners, and Present Like a Pro is awesome for being able to control a room and understand how to connect, how to stay in contact with people,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
use your
Yeah.
physiology to work the room, actually change your body position as you go around the room. So then you're engaging with that part. Um, but asking a simple question brings up a lot. Like
Yeah.
what happened in those three questions was, you stayed in today. It was fun. We
Yeah.
went back a week, right? Had to think a little bit.
Yeah.
Then we had to go all the way back a month. We had to go through a whole month in our head through all the experiences we've
Mm,
had
mm, mm.
and find one that was pleasant. And what we've
Yeah.
done in that was we've seen the magic. But what also happens is, I listened to you talk about the connection with your daughter.
Mm.
I heard that kicking a soccer ball is so much more than kicking a soccer ball. It is actually a want to connect,
Mm.
and taking that opportunity to do that,
Yeah.
actually going, yep, not, I'm too busy, right?
Yeah.
Taking that time. Are you really too busy? What's really
Mm.
important to you? What is it?
Mm.
What are your values that are going to gift that opportunity of connection? And the
Oh,
only
yeah.
way we learn the importance of that is to hear the stories of other men that have been successful. And I think this is something for me that so much of the mental health world is about awareness, and it's about, this happens and this happens and this happens, but practical solutions are
Mm.
not a common thing that get implemented. But when we listen to one another's success stories,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's where the magic is, because we learn I did this because of this, and this was my outcome. Okay, now I've got a target. Now I've got something I can aim for. Does that make sense?
100%. And just while you're explaining that, that triggered a thing in the back of my head with my eldest daughter. When she was younger, I'm like, right, I'm going to get her catching early. I'm going to get her do. So it wasn't just going out and connecting and kicking the ball, which is what I'm doing now. It was, right, let's get you ready. And it's like, well, why? And I
Yeah.
missed that opportunity. So
And that's interesting, isn't it? Because we
yeah,
do miss a lot of opportunities, right? And thank you
yeah.
very much, Lisa. Yeah, share the solutions, not just the pain. Like, because
I love that. Thanks, Lisa.
it's so true, though, because we don't share enough of the good, right? And
Mm,
I call me crazy. Well, if you know me, you know that I am. But it's those moments in time that really become important. They're really, and I did a podcast with Lisa today. If you can take the time to watch it,
yeah, 100%.
yeah, I'll ask Lisa to just to, in a quick half sentence or sentence, how that came out today, because um, it was pretty awesome when we were talking about the positives. Yeah, it drops Friday, so get around that. Actually, I'll share it anyway.
Righto. Okay, yeah,
Um,
cool. Yeah.
because positive situations in mental health are so important, right?
100%,
Um,
man. 100%.
and instead of just staying in the muck, got to look for that growth, that human connection, that growth. And it just works beautifully when we're sharing stories with one another, you know?
Yeah, yeah. And just being open enough to learn.
I am so getting a new internet connection when I move out, but that's all right. So the objective for the Smiles for Life is to simply bring men together, create a positive experience,
Yeah.
giving them knowledge from one another's experience. Just listening to one another is just the most profound, such a profound opportunity of growth.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
hey, Bron, good to see you, Bron. So, filling my heart, and I love the way you've taken on the positivity. Yeah. So, it's so simple. We look at, talk about, fixate on, we get more of. Does my head in on the focus on stigma and suicide rather than wellness and healing. And I think,
I love that. Yeah. Thanks, Lisa.
yeah, and conscious of time, but I what was remarkable in the dinner last week was we actually talked about suicide, and we actually talked about one of the guys having a plan, and it was just the most amazing conversation because it wasn't in his head anymore. It was out on paper. He wrote it out and he shared it with us, and we talked about it, and we were able to implement a couple more strategies that would help him. This is a guy that's been going through it for a long time, and to have him share that so beautifully and so openly, what an extraordinary thing, you know. Like and I think one of the biggest surprises was we asked the room how many people had suicidal thoughts, and 90% of the men put their hands up.
Yeah. Most people do, eh?
Yeah, 100%. Oh, this is part of life, right? But
Yeah.
if we don't talk about it, we don't normalize the fact that they're there, how do we expect people to talk about them when they need to, right? Whatever we sweep under the carpet stays there, right? So we need to have a different conversation around that. That's my personal opinion. So look in the wrong direction. I'll stop interrupting comments. Sorry, Jacob. All right.
No apology needed. I love it. I love it.
No, I agree, right? Bring them on. If there's a
100%.
statement or a comment that you disagree with or agree with, let us know. So,
Yeah.
and that's something for me that, oh, that's a good one here. One more. Thoughts don't kill
That is
people.
an
Actions do.
love that one.
Yeah, but so in order to understand that, right? It's what are the actions we need to take to make things safe? And I know Smiles for Life makes a difference. I know, and the ripple effect from it is not just our men, it's the families, it's the people the guys go home to because they're no longer carrying that frustration and anger. And that for me
Yeah.
is just powerful. So
Yeah.
conscious of time tonight, Jacob, right?
Yeah. You got to be off soon.
What did you learn just from me asking you those three questions? What did you learn tonight?
I learn a lot more about the little things. Being able to trigger that memory that's in there and it just sits in there, you know what I mean? Like you don't really go back to it until some energy goes there and you're like, ooh, okay. Wow. And so as soon as you activate and light up that memory, it actually starts to build that value inside of you. And you're like, oh, wow, that actually played a bigger impact on me and my daughter. Obviously, thinking back to the football thing or the soccer thing. Yeah, just how much meaning that actually had in my life. And at the time doing it, I was like, yeah, okay, I'll go and do it. Whereas now when I go back and think about it and actually break that down, I'm like, wow, that actually was a lot more than I thought at the time. So yeah. And it was a different feeling going back and thinking about all the good things. if you know what I mean. Like it's like, ah, right, okay. It's almost like you're surfing along the top shelf instead of going into the bottom shelf of, I don't know if there's shelves, but
No,
you
no,
know,
but like I'm looking at that, right? And it's the the real power in the wave isn't at the top. It's in the middle, right? And then it builds.
yeah, yeah,
Like that's where the inertia comes from. But
mm,
it's inside these conversations, curiosity gifted you more insight.
yeah,
Curiosity on just
yeah,
three questions and asking more about them
yeah,
actually gave us all more insight and gave you more clarity on the importance of that smile,
yeah,
right? So you had a bigger emotional connection to that. Smiles for life. That's what this is about. It's about grabbing the things in our hearts that are good and embracing them, discussing them, and unpacking them. Why did that mean so much to you? What like
yeah,
that's the power of this,
mm,
which I don't know. I'm super proud of, and I'm
yeah,
like, how's this? This is an actual interview, right? We're here, and I'm teaching Jacob everything that I've got so that he can take that with him and grow his connection to his community, which is
mm,
what this is all about, you know?
yeah,
So
linking up.
yeah, I really honor you, Jacob, for doing this. And this to me is courage. This right now, just stepping up to it, doing like, for lack of better words, an interview process in order to create greatness in my eyes.
Yeah, yeah,
I just, I think that's amazing.
yeah. Thanks, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
No, all good. Well, we'll be back next week, 8:30. This
Definitely.
is session 3. So we've got 5 more to go.
Yep.
And we love this. All right, bang on. That is what I wanted to hear. So,
Thank you.
and here's something that's important, right? I actually need hey, thank you, Melissa. Here's something really important. I need your feedback. You're just as important as we are, right? And this is why
Mm,
we do this. Encouragement's one of the best things we can get. Just having these comments
yeah,
come up and and letting us know that we're doing it right. It's important, right? Because
yeah,
we want to do more of this. So
mm,
yeah. Any
yeah.
final words from you today?
Thank you. 100%. Thank you. Like I said, I would not have put as much thought into that moment if that question wasn't asked. And that is what triggered that. And it's like, wow. And so obviously, as you know, as soon as you keep putting more thought process into that, get stronger. And yeah,
But it
just
creates a newer pathway towards a positive connection, which then in another
exactly.
moment of time where you may have said, no, I'm not going to do that, you won't,
No,
because you know
because
the
it's just
importance of it,
the
right?
connection's a lot stronger after
Mm.
me putting more emphasis into it. Yeah. So
Yeah, bingo.
thank you.
Hey, welcome. This is
100%.
Jordan. We're working in.
All because of a question. One question.
Who would have thought, right? So
So
this is,
simple.
and this is the most beautiful thing about it. Like,
Yeah.
I wish I could post these on in other places without access to it, but this is the power of Smiles for Life.
Mm,
It's the magic we didn't know was there until it's unpacked.
mm.
Yeah. So yeah.
Love it. Yeah.
All right. On that note, thank you so much, everybody. Having a most
Yeah.
amazing evening. Thanks, Jacob, again. And I will
Thank you, Scotty.
see. I'm sure anyone watching me on Facebook, I'll pop up again
Yeah.
because I like sharing because
Good.
that together we grow.
Yeah. 100%.
Um,
If you help one person, like at school, it's all worth it.
100%.
Yeah.
So next week I'll share that earning your shirt. So have an amazing night, everybody. And
Yeah. Thank you.
I have to find a button. Uh,
I still no idea where it is, man.
no, it's all good. It's in there somewhere. I'll just hang on. There it is.